Imagine this. Within your body, in every cell of your blood and bone, there may live the remnants of an ancient human species, one we have never seen. No skeleton, no skull, no burial site, just whispers in our DNA. For decades, we believed the story of human evolution was a straight line. Homo sapiens rose in Africa, marched out, and survived while the rest faded away. But science is telling us something far stranger. We are hybrids, stitched together from Neanderthals, Denisovans, and a shadowy, unnamed lineage hidden deep within Africa itself. This is not just a story of survival. It is a story of ghosts.
For decades,
this has been the story of our origins was told like a clean, simple tale. We were taught that modern humans, Homo sapiens, appeared in Africa around 200,000 years ago, and from there, spread out across the world. It sounded orderly, almost heroic.
These simple tools.
We left Africa, we conquered new lands,
disappeared,
and the other humans disappeared. Neanderthals were written off as clumsy, slow cousins. Denisovans weren't even part of the picture. And Africa itself was treated as a single doorway, just the starting point of the journey, not a place filled with hidden depths. It was a comforting story. Simple, straightforward. But history is rarely simple, and DNA never lies. Every new fossil, every chipped stone tool, every fragment of ancient genetic code has torn holes in that old tale.
History is
The truth that emerges is far stranger, messier, richer, and darker than anything we once imagined. They were the first ghosts we truly learned to see. The Neanderthals. Broad-shouldered, cold-adapted. Heavy brows shadowing eyes that once scanned ice-covered horizons. They hunted mammoths. They struck fire from stone. They buried their dead with care. For tens of thousands of years, they lived across Europe and Western Asia. And for much of that time, they were not alone. Our ancestors walked beside them, sometimes as rivals, sometimes as neighbors, and sometimes as partners. The great revelation of the last century was not that we replaced them,
was forged.
it was that we mingled with them. If your roots lie outside Africa, 1 to 2% of your DNA carries their imprint, and those fragments still matter. They help your immune system fight disease. They shape your skin's response to sunlight. They even whisper in the rhythm of your sleep. The Neanderthals are gone, yet they remain within us.
We are the
Ghosts in our
between
blood,
the past
silent,
and the present.
but never absent. They emerged not from full skeletons, but from whispers in the earth. A finger bone, a single tooth, found deep in the frozen silence of a Siberian cave. From these scraps, science revealed an entire humankind, the Denisovans. They were not Neanderthal, not modern human. Something different, something unexpected. And once again, the secret came through DNA. Their legacy survives in us, strongest in Oceania and Southeast Asia, in Papua New Guinea, in Melanesia, in Aboriginal Australia. There, Denisovan DNA lingers 2 to 5% of the genome. One gift stands out, a gene called EPAS1. It lets Tibetans breathe thin mountain air where others would falter. A survival code, carried across ages, passed on by people long vanished. The Denisovans are gone, but their strength still moves quietly in human blood. Proof that extinction is not the end. What makes this part of our story remarkable is how much has been uncovered without bones at all. DNA has become our time machine, our archive, hidden inside every cell. From it, scientists recover whispers of encounters long erased, moments when strangers met, when bloodlines crossed. Each fragment of code is a footprint pressed into ancient mud, fragile, yet enduring. Alone, it says nothing. Together, it draws a path, the passage of peoples, the branches of one human tree. And that path tells us a truth we cannot escape. Humanity has never been pure, never sealed away. We are a mixture a tapestry woven through conflict and through tenderness. Our survival rests on that blending. Our resilience comes from it.
We are many.
We are not singular.
As one.
We are many carried as one. And then, Africa whispered back. Not through bones, not through caves, not through the silence of stone. It came through the living. Through the DNA of people walking the continent today. Hidden in their blood, scientists began to see patterns that did not belong. Sequences too ancient, too strange, like echoes from a voice long gone. Where did it come from? There were no fossils to match it, no teeth to study,
signal remains
no skulls to cradle in a museum's glass,
and persistent,
only data, a ghost written in code.
Fade.
Yet the signal remained. Strong, persistent, refusing to be ignored. And so the idea took shape that in Africa, long before memory, another kind of human once lived. They loved, they raised children, they left their mark, then they disappeared. Not entirely, for in us, their shadow endures, a ghost lineage, a reminder that the story of humanity is never a straight line. It is a tangle of paths, and some paths are seen only in whispers. In 2020, the silence finally cracked. Two researchers, Sriram Sankararaman and Arun Durvasula, looked deep into the genomes of West African populations, the Yoruba, the Mende, families whose ancestors had carried Africa's story across thousands of years. And inside their DNA, the scientists found something that did not belong, something that could not be explained by Neanderthal, something that could not be explained by Denisovan. It was older, stranger, a signal without a face. When they ran the numbers, the results startled even them. Between 2 and 19% of the DNA in these groups traced back to an ancestor no one had ever seen, an archaic hominin, a branch of humanity lost to time. But who were they? The data offered only shadows. Perhaps this lineage split away 360,000 years ago. Perhaps even further, over 1 million years. They walked Africa's plains, hunted its game, and then, one day, they met our ancestors. And in that meeting, something happened. Not a war, not an extinction, but the oldest story of all. People joined together. They shared lives. They shared blood. They passed children into the future. The bones of this people are gone. No caves hold their skulls. No museum guards their teeth. But their legacy survives in the blood of millions walking West Africa today. It is not Neanderthal blood. It is not Denisovan blood. It is someone else. Entirely. An echo without a body. A lineage without a name. A ghost that still walks beside us, carried in every heartbeat of those who descend from them. And in that ghost, we see a truth. Humanity is not a single line. It is a river with many channels, meeting and parting, carving new paths through the landscape of time. Think for a moment about what this means. Almost 1/5 of the genome in some modern Africans comes from a people we cannot name. A people with no faces, no graves, no monuments.
Yet remain real.
They are not in the museums we visit. They are not in the textbooks our children read. They do not appear in glossy documentaries. And yet, they are real. Their DNA lives on. It shapes height, skin, immunity, metabolism, perhaps even behavior. The code of a vanished people still whispers in the living. It is as if a nation rose, thrived, and disappeared into the earth. Yet their blood continues to flow, unseen, in millions alive today. This is not fantasy. This is not science fiction. This is the hard truth of who we are. We are not a straight line of progress from ape to modern man. We are not the single branch of a lonely tree. We are a forest, twisted, tangled, full of roots that meet in the dark. And these ghosts, these unnamed ancestors, remind us of something unsettling, that entire peoples can be lost, erased not by war, not by plague, but by the slow erosion of time. Bones crumble, caves collapse, evidence vanishes, but the genes remain. Silent witnesses to lives lived in forgotten centuries. Every heartbeat in West Africa carries a signature older than history itself. A signature from hands that once built fires, hunted, laughed, and loved. We cannot see their faces, but they look back at us from within. And so the question presses on us. How many more ghosts are there? How many hidden peoples flow through our blood without our knowing? Each discovery widens the mystery, not closes it. Each fragment of DNA is like a voice calling from the dark, saying, "We were here. We are still here." The ghosts tell us that humanity is not simple. It never was. We are the sum of encounters, unions, and lost lineages. We are built not only from those we remember, but also from those we have forgotten. And perhaps that is the deepest truth of all. Skeptics always ask the same question. If these ancient people were real, then where are their bones? Where are the skulls, the jaws, the tools left behind? The answer may lie not in what we can see, but in what the earth destroys. Africa is not like Europe. It is not like Siberia. Those cold caves of the north act as vaults of time. Bones linger there. Skulls rest in silence, preserved by frost and stone. But Africa is different. Africa is alive. The climate is hot, wet, restless. Rains fall, floods wash away soil, roots grow deep and tear through sediment. Heat and water work together, grinding history into dust. Bones rot, teeth dissolve, entire skeletons crumble before they can fossilize. The land itself swallows the past. The jungle, the savanna, the desert. They are not gentle keepers of memory. They erase, they devour. They recycle the remains of the dead back into the living soil. So when we look for fossils in Africa, we are searching in a place that does not like to hold them. This is why the record is full of gaps, shadows, and mysteries. Entire species may have walked the earth for hundreds of thousands of years, and left behind almost nothing that stone could keep. But there is one archive the earth cannot destroy. Us. DNA. Unlike bone, it does not need a cave to survive. It does not need a fossil bed. It hides in bloodlines. It hides in children, in families, in nations. It is carried forward by the living. Even without a skull or a jawbone, the ghost lineage cannot be denied. The signatures in our genes are louder than fossils, stronger than broken stone. Tihe are whispers that refuse to fade. They carry across centuries, across ice ages, across the rise and fall of civilizations. Our bodies remember what the earth has forgotten, and that, perhaps, is the most haunting truth of all.
Africa. Cradle
For decades,
of
we have
humanity.
told a simple story.
The living
Africa
heart
was the
of our
cradle,
world.
the birthplace. Humans emerged, spread outward, and filled the world. But new discoveries shake that view. Africa was not just the starting point. It was a stage where countless dramas unfolded. Waves of people rose and fell. Some stayed, some moved on, some vanished without a trace. Inside Africa, ancient humans met one another. They mingled, they competed, they shared ideas and genes. Some bloodlines survived, others were absorbed. The continent was not quiet. It was restless, alive, full of crossings we are only beginning to glimpse. Think of it less as a single origin, and more as a vast mosaic. A land where diversity flourished, where many humankinds walked side by side. Hunters from the savanna, gatherers from the forests, nomads crossing deserts, each carrying their own piece of the human story. The so-called ghost lineage is proof of this hidden complexity. Even without fossils, its DNA remains inside us, a silent witness to lives lived long ago. A reminder that Africa holds more secrets than any other place on Earth. We once thought Africa gave us a beginning. Now we see it also gave us depth, layer upon layer of forgotten humanity. Beneath its soil still lie stories waiting to surface, stories that will rewrite not just where we came from, but who we are. For too long, we imagined our story as a ladder. Simple, straight, step by step. Apes below, humans above. But ladders lie. The truth is a tree. Branches splitting, twisting, reaching in every direction. Some strong, some fragile. some breaking, but never truly gone. The ghost lineage is one of those broken branches, still twined into ours, still pulsing in our blood. We did not rise alone. We did not simply defeat the others. We became them, and they became us. Every handshake, every child born, was another crossing of roots, another fusion of branches. When you look in the mirror, you do not see only Homo sapiens. You see echoes of the Neanderthal, whispers of Denisovans, shadows of lineages with no names. We are not the end of the tree. We are its knot, a living tangle of many humans woven into one. Why does this matter? Because it reshapes the way we see ourselves. We like to draw sharp lines, us versus them, the living against the extinct, the victors against the forgotten. But the truth is softer and stranger. There is no clean line. The Neanderthals are not gone. They are in our faces, our bones, our blood. The Denisovans are not shadows. They breathe still, through us. And the ghost lineage, those unnamed, unseen ancestors, they too remain. We are not separate from them. We are their graveyard, yes, but also their resurrection. Their triumphs still flow through our veins. Their fears still whisper in our instincts. Their loves, their bonds, their will to survive. All of it lives inside the code that shapes us. We are haunted. But this haunting is not a curse. It is a gift. It means no human has ever truly been lost. Every forgotten branch still endures. Inside us, carried forward, beating within every heart.
The truth is stranger than we imagine.
So where does this leave us? The ghost lineage of Africa tells us that our origins are far stranger than we imagined. We are not the sole survivors of a simple story. We are hybrids, born of encounters both known and unknown. Somewhere in Africa, long ago, our ancestors met another people. They shared food, fire, and children. Those children became us. The bones may never be found, but the truth is already written in our blood. At Prehistoric Shadows, we believe history is not a straight line. It is a shadowed labyrinth, full of dead ends and hidden passages. Every discovery reminds us that the story of humanity is not finished, and perhaps never will be. That is what makes it so powerful. We are not alone in our past. We never were. If you found this journey into the ghost lineage as haunting and fascinating as we did, subscribe to Prehistoric Shadows.
We are not alone in our past.
Together we will keep searching the dark corners of time,
uncovering
the echoes of lives that still shape our own.